As each of you know, today has been a very hard day for the state of Arkansas. But the goodness of this is that Arkansas and Arkansans are tough and we are resilient.
Governor Sanders talking about this. By air, the tornado devastation is gut-wrenching. Rows and rows of homes leveled from the powerful tornado.
And this morning, the National Weather Service will begin the tedious task of surveying the damage to determine exactly how powerful these twisters were.
The damage you see is so severe, but there's really not a number needed to know this was a strong and a violent and fast tornado. Just looking at these scenes from West Little Rock, one of the most densely populated areas in the state, taking a direct hit.
And it looks like at least one tornado stayed on the ground for some 50 miles, maybe even more.
It is now 1:30. We thank you for joining us on this special edition of Wake Up Central Saturday. I'm Karen Fuller.
And I'm Hayden Balgavy. Meteorologist Scott Covert joining us live from I-430 and Rodney Parham. Scott, I know you're finally getting a look at that damage as the sun has come up this morning. What are you seeing so far?
Good morning, Hayden and Karen. As the sun has risen, the extent of the damage here is quite remarkable. Of course, I saw this on radar yesterday. I saw the photos and the videos coming in. I watched the tornado on live TV on our live camera, but this is very different. If you look behind me, this is people's real lives. These homes are not only uninhabitable right now, they're absolutely destroyed. They will have to be razed. Many of these homes aren't salvageable, and that's what the reality is here in West Little Rock. For some context, if you're wondering where we're at, Breckenridge Village, just to my back, Senor Tequila, a very popular restaurant here in the Colony West Shopping Center. This is the neighborhood. This is the community where folks have lived. It's a very thriving community, beautiful area. And this morning, it looks like an absolute disaster zone. You can see some folks that live here are trying to come back in, and they're hoping to just determine what to do today. Where do we even begin to pick up the pieces? We've noticed a couple of different choppers flying over. One of them said rescue on the side of that helicopter. It's unclear if they're still performing those search and rescue operations or if they're just getting some more aerial observations and getting a better idea of just how widespread the damage is. We're going to be here all morning long. We're going to be working our way through the very hardest hit areas, and we'll check back in here shortly.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for being out there this morning. And it's just so different when you see it in person. Again, we're going to continue this morning with some of the top headlines from yesterday's storm. Sadly, we have learned 3 people did die on Friday. 1 death in North Little Rock and 2 in the eastern Arkansas town of Wynne. At least 24 people were taken to hospitals in Little Rock. That's according to the mayor.
Governor Sarah Sanders has signed an executive order declaring a state of emergency in the state. Pulaski County, Little Rock also declaring their own states of emergencies. It's all done to free up additional resources. And the governor has also activated 100 members of the Arkansas National Guard. Their job is to help with traffic control and the clearing of debris. We are knowing how folks are doing this morning and feeling what we've seen so far. We've been on the air since 6 o'clock and want to check in on how they are in the aftermath. I
want to send it over to McKaylin Johnson this morning. She has been live all morning long at a shelter here in Little Rock. And as Scott just showed us the devastation, McKaylin, homes destroyed, people displaced, a lot of folks needing a helping hand.
Hey there, Hayden and Karen, you're exactly right. We're here at Calvary Baptist Church. We've been here all morning where there is a shelter in place for people who they need to come. They need a place to sleep. They need some food. So let's go ahead and talk to Lakin Webb. You're with the Red Cross. So tell us, what do you have here for people if they are displaced?
Yes, so we've got beds, we've got comfort kits, we've got food.
All right, absolutely. And so tell me, after the tornado came through, when did doors open? How many people came by? Tell me a little bit about what happened after it passed through.
Yeah, so after it passed through, the volunteers got together. They opened a shelter at 6 o'clock here last night. We had about 4 individuals that spent the night, and we had meals and anything they needed.
Absolutely. And so someone who may be watching this, they might be on our app, they may be displaced right now. There's a lot of damage across central Arkansas. What do you want people to know?
Yeah, I just want them to know that we're open, we're here for you 24/7, so come over to the Baptist Church and we'll help you with whatever you need.
Absolutely. And open 24 hours, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so you heard it just here. So that is Calvary Baptist Church off of Cantrell Road. They're open 24 hours a day. If you are displaced, if you need water, if you need a meal, you can come here and they will help you. For now, reporting live, back to you.
Thank you, Michaela. And this is great information that people need to know and can pass along for those who don't have power and don't know where to go. We appreciate it. We'll check in with you a little bit later on.
And again, too, we not only talked about that damage here in central Arkansas of Jacksonville, North Little Rock, and Little Rock, but when a lot of damage as well. Of course, the eastern Arkansas town hit directly by that tornado. 2 confirmed fatalities in the eastern Arkansas town of Wynne. Just incredible damage you're seeing this morning. Really tough to see. As you can see, homes completely damaged. It looked like a church took a direct hit too. And as we've mentioned, the high school and an elementary school took a direct hit yesterday. There has been a lot of information coming out this morning. Again, the curfew in Wynne was lifted at 6 a.m. So folks, about an hour and 40 minutes ago, the curfew in Wynne was lifted. So folks out and about now, emergency management and officials have said, please, if you can, try to avoid walking around the town. They are trying to get as much work done as possible. And also they are encouraging folks, if you do have friends and family in Wynne, don't try to come into the town. Outsiders, please stay out if you can, unless you have been directly requested to come to the town of Wynne. Again, let those folks, if you can, I know it's tough if you got family and friends in that town, just come on and let them do their jobs, make sure that they are okay. Call them, text them if you can. But again, thoughts and prayers to the town of Wynne in eastern Arkansas this morning.
Wow, just looking at it, it's different in every place, but yet it's the same in that
Yes.
it's so massive and so difficult to comprehend where they go next.
Well, and if you've ever been to a Wynne football game or a basketball game or known
No.
anybody from Wynne, that is a prideful town, and they know everybody, knows everybody. It is a tight-knit community, and if I know one thing about the town of Wynne is even when they've been hit with destruction and damage and unfortunately even death, they're going to pick each other up.
Oh, I'm not surprised, but I'm happy to hear
Great
that.
town,
You do,
great
Hayden,
community.
know Arkansas very, very well. All right, well, we will talk about Wynne a little bit later, and we have more live reports on this special Wake Up Central Saturday. We're also going to head to Jacksonville to show you a live report of the damage there. One of our meteorologists from our sister station is standing by.
Again, much more here on this special edition of Wake Up Central Saturday morning as we recover and rebuild after a devastating Friday afternoon and evening.